Alrighty boys, we are back, and hot dog, we are gonna do this. We are gonna take this truck apart. Now I'm not gonna bore you guys with the whole cutting it apart because I'm literally gonna just torch the body mounts off and I'm gonna use my engine lift and take it off. So this will be the last time you guys get to see it together. So I know these videos have been boring. Too much talking, not enough working. I hear you. I read the comments, I understand. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna not film this part because it's boring. You're right, it is. It's not entertaining. You could crack some one-liner jokes, but I can't get the retention long enough for you guys to hear them. So without further ado, I'm gonna take this body off, I'm gonna turn some music on, and you guys won't have to deal with it. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit, and I'll tell you, or we'll show you, some work on what we're doing. And let's be honest, I'll probably talk about it and tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this body off, we'll chime back in a minute, because I wanna scrap all the extra pieces we're not gonna need. So see you in a second. One last look at it while it's all complete. Even though it's not really all the way out. Can't get a good view. But we're gonna start ripping it apart. Okay, this was pretty uneventful really as far as the front goes. The front's got two mounts up there under the radiator support that's still left. And the guy that I bought it from, he must have been trying to take it apart and then bailed because all these bolts were gone on this side and that side had new hardware. And that's, I mean, he probably put that, I know he put that fender on there because that is a GMC fender because, you know, the light. Anyway, so the front end's just sitting here. I hacksawed the steering column because we're not going to use it and I don't care about it. But this is where things got interesting. I could not get those cab bolts out to save my life. That one was even worse. So I had to get out the old trusty plasma cutter and put some pressure on the cab, and finally I got them loose about an hour. But goodness, what a friggin' nightmare that was. So now I'm going to use a cherry picker and remove that, and I should have everything off here in a second. Well, today's already turned out to be kind of a weird day. I was torching the frame to get some of the body bolts off because, you know, these rusty bolts are just hard to deal with, and a piece of slag got me right in the face. Got my lip, got my arm. I mean, it's one on my chest, like it's bad. So had to go to the urgent care and get looked at, but it is what it is, right? It's all part of playing the car game. Anyway, that was earlier. Wife calls me, says her tire's flat on the car. So now I'm dealing with flat tires, big old screw in it. I couldn't imagine her getting it here in my little junkyard at the house. So I feel a little bit sorry for her, so I had to go get it, and I'm gonna fix it real quick. Dead center. There's the culprit. Well, that ain't gonna work. I'll have to get me some pliers. Well, the beautiful news is I really don't think that was from anything I did, so the coast is in the clear now, because holy goodness, that stinking thing, it's like an 8-inch screw. Put it back for a second. We're just going to use the old beef jerky plug from Wally World. I know a lot of people don't like them, but that's what we're going to do. Get the old beef jerky out. That's what I call it. I don't know what the heck you really call it, but beef jerky is what I was always told it was called. It's probably not called that. Huh. It worked. So that ain't gonna leak. Let's put some air in it and see if it leaks before I trim that up. I'm gonna be rich. And no, I'm not talking about that Powerball for 1.3 billion. I got something a little bit more lucrative, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome to See What You Started Junk Removal. If you got the junk, I'll remove it. Probably charge you a little bit on top, but we's gonna be rich, fellas. Look at this monstrosity. Oh yeah, only got 40 miles to go to the nearest scrapyard. They won't take the tires, but if you look at them, those are my good ones. I don't want to get rid of those anyway. Those are like brand spanking new. I'm just using that to elevate it so we can get the forks under it. But man, we got Chevy 3100 parts, we got S10 parts, we got Chevy 3100 frame, we got a Dana 40, or no, I'm sorry, that's a Dana 60, a Dana 70, cab. We got it all, folks. I'll bet I'm gonna pull probably 2 billion maybe. I mean, it's gonna be a lot. It's pretty much gonna quit everything after this. So I'll let you know how it goes. But if you don't see me no more, that means I'm loaded. Alrighty, boys, we are back and we got the tally from the scrapyard. Where'd I put it? Let me show you. Not as wealthy as I thought. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Not as wealthy as I thought we were gonna be. Not as good off. Not as well off. Okay? So I'm gonna have to continue this video. Might have to go out and get 2 or 3 jobs. No more scrapping in my future, I guess. I should have known when I got on the local Facebook and I was like, hey, anybody want some free scrap? You know, I was thinking like college kids. Oh. Drop my money, can't afford to lose any of that. I put it out there and I'm like, hey, you know, I got a whole trailer full of scrap. If any college kid or high school kid want to take it in and get some side cash, you know, they could just have the money. And everybody was commenting, they was bleep blooping, they was like, I'll haul it away for 150, 200 bucks. Like they were wanting to charge me. I'm like, what the crap is that? You know, I don't know. I've always scrapped my whole life. You know, just get up a bunch of scrap metal, take it to the scrapyard. Got the ticket right here. Let me hide the monies for 1 second. Okay, I'll show you. So, let me fold this because it's got my address. Okay, here's how much we got. 2,900 pounds was my weight that I cashed in on. 0.0025 cents a pound. So that's a quarter of a penny per pound. Net total profits, $7.25. So the moral of the story is, scrapping in southern Utah, which was my first experience this time, it ain't worth it. I spent, you know, I didn't have to fill up the truck, but I spent $130 on fuel for the truck. I spent $20 on fuel for the tractor, so where are we at, 150 bucks? And then literally half a day, I started at like 7 in the morning, and I ended up, I think, at noon or 1 o'clock. I was done loading the trailer. Now I didn't bust my tail the whole time, but I mean, I got a good 4 hours anyway of working, gathering crap up and whatever. And some of that, it sucks because to do anything in this, on my yard, because they're so small, to do anything around here, I have to move that camper. And then I got a trailer behind it. I got to move both of those so I can access the side yard to get my tractor out. And then I got to move that because my trailer's over there. So it's just, I got to move 20 things to do one thing. That's why I don't use the tractor that much, is because it's just pain in the tuchus to do it. So any whichever way you look at it, I got all day in this thing. Drove 40 minutes there, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back, you know, so I literally have all day. $7.25. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let's get back to work, because well, to be fair, I did make more on scrap today than I do on my YouTube videos, so I'm a businessman. Alright, so I just pushed the frame out, and I gotta clean up this mess. So, trying to make more room because we're getting ready to slice and dice the old frame. So I gotta clear out all the tools and crap I've been working with and pretty much start from scratch. So I'm gonna take a few minutes. I'm gonna clean up the garage. I might as well show you where we're at. I had to hose down out here just because I had a small fuel leak. Now that it's at an incline, when it was flat, I didn't have the problem. So here's my 4x4 that I used to pick up the cab. I got to remove the gas tank and all the lines because where we're going to cut is right here. So if you look, there's all the brake lines and gas lines that are stuck in the frame. So we're going to have to take that out. And right here's the gas line that was leaking, so I put a clamp on it just for now. It's got a half tank of gas, so that was pretty stupid of me to not empty it beforehand, but it is what it is. We're gonna drop the tank and we are gonna be gas free. Got to get rid of all the wiring because I want to power wash everything, because these mounts and stuff, they gotta go. The trans mount, I'm not sure about that yet. We haven't even found a transmission, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there. But as of right now, I want to get rid of the brake booster. I'm not even sure that that setup's gonna work, because all those lines and wires that I cut on this module that I didn't know what it was at the time, I was sitting there thinking about it. That's all that anti-lock brake system is what that is. So I mean, the car will run and stop without it, but you know, what do you do, right? Anyway, I want to clean up all this front end, because now is a pretty good time to start fixing this stuff. But I want to stretch the frame and get all that square and get where I need to be with that first. After looking at the body, taking it off and really getting my mitts on there, I've noticed a lot more damage on the body than I originally thought. Like, I knew about the cab corner, but just a lot of the stuff's crusty, you know. Right around where the running boards meet, the fenders are blowed out. This little pillar here is all rotten out. This is cracked and collapsed in the fender. I did, on a Facebook marketplace, I found a whole bed. The bed was pretty rotten, but it had that pillar, which when I bought the bed, I didn't know that I needed the pillar. Like I said, I gave $100 for it. And I ended up just cutting the pillar off because the bed was real rotten. It didn't have fenders or anything like that. Anyway, I did salvage the pillar, but what I needed was the tailgate. And the tailgate is that same rusty brown, which if you look, I'll show you that in a second. But the bed, I don't really care about, because we'll redo that. But there's just a lot more, you know, damage than I thought. On this side, there's some crinklage under there. Definitely needs a cab corner on both sides. Underneath this side where it was hung up in the video, it's definitely crinkled bad under there. I don't know why that would be. That's definitely not my fault, right? But anyway, overall it's still a usable truck, and we're gonna use it. There's definitely no backing out now. I mean, you know, we come this far, we're gonna tackle this job until it's done. But I want to show you the tailgate real quick. See, I mean, this mess is just getting me. So there's the tailgate, same color as the back of the cab, kind of rusted out. So I don't know if we're gonna leave it all the patina deal or if we're gonna paint it. I have no idea yet. We'll get there when we get there. My biggest hurdle is, if you look in some of the previous videos, the garage wasn't this bad, but we're kind of semi in the middle of moving. Not really moving yet, but we're preparing. Once the interest rates and all that nonsense comes back down, I'm not trying to get political, but once all that stuff comes back into reality, we are gonna dump this house, move somewhere I can build a shop. I need a shop. You guys can see it's primarily most of this build is gonna happen outdoors, just because I just simply don't have the room. I mean, look at this. So we'll do the slicing and dicing in here, and the stretching and the welding, all the cab mounts and everything, but like putting the bed on the frame, that's gonna have to happen outside. So, and the other real problem I have is, you guys can't tell, but that driveway's slanted pretty good. And I gotta turn the frame around. I didn't think this through. I gotta turn the frame around, or I gotta turn the body around, one or the other, and I think it's gonna be easier to turn the frame around. So that's gonna be interesting. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do there. Sorry for my goofy hat. It's like 1,000,000 degrees out in southern Utah. We live in a desert. So anyway, enough rambling. You guys keep telling me I'm boring, not enough work. So I'm gonna clean up the shop real quick, or garage, and then we're gonna take the gas tank and the brake lines and stuff off so we can start cutting. Okay, you guys don't need to watch me clean. I'll do that on my own, unless you want to come over and help. Worst YouTuber ever. Cut the gas tank straps, didn't film it. I cut the gas lines with a pair of pliers, didn't film it. Let's see, what else did I do? Disconnected both brake lines, busted my knuckle. didn't film it. Yeah, things are going well for my YouTube career. You know, you get a lot done if you don't film anything. You know, that's how I go. I might as well complete the job and not film it. Just saying. Well, here's the fuel lines right here. And once I pull them out of the frame rail, I don't know how you'd ever get them back. If you ever needed them in there, I'm not sure if you'd even be able to get them back in there. Good thing for me is I don't think I'll need them in there, so. Uh-oh. Well, now they're stuck. Nope, got them. Gas all over. Awesome. Alrighty, boys. We didn't get much cleaning done, but the frame is officially stripped down as far as we can take it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's got nothing left on it. All that's left is to clean up the garage. So we need to power wash the deal, power wash the frame up, clean it up just a little bit, maybe sand where we're going to cut and sand where we're going to weld just to kind of smooth it out. But it is slice and dice time. So what we're going to do is, like I said, I'm an electrician by trade, so I have to go out, do another job real quick just to pay the bills around here. So I got to go out and do another job real quick, and then when I get back, I'm going to clean the garage up. And then the next time you see me, next video, we will be doing some slicing and dicing and some welding. I'm hoping to get this project moving along a little quicker. It seems like it's been going on at a snail's pace, but we I got some time now that my kids are off at college, the wife's back to work, and if I could stop taking these side jobs, we'd already be done by now. So any whichever way, as always, I appreciate every one of you guys watching this. We will see you next Monday at 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Adios.